Good morning, you guys. It's real early on a Saturday morning. It's about 6 o'clock. Got a funeral today, so what I'm preparing is a large steam table pan, one of those aluminum pans of dirty rice, one with potato salad, and I just baked 2 cakes. So what you'll need to make a large steam table pan is green onion, 2 bell peppers, 3 white onions. I mean, 2, well, you can use whatever color onion you like. I like yellow and I had a white. Fresh garlic powder. Now you can use the garlic, and I have some that's already cut, but to me, for this dish, fresh garlic is better. 2 1-pound rolls of or just 2 pounds of premium pork sausage. I like Owens. The best, in my opinion, is Brian's Pampered, but I haven't been able to find that. And then I use the Savoie dressing mix. So it says dressing mix, but I use it for my dirty rice. Okay. And so also with this, you're going to use 7 cups of dried rice, and then you're going to, steam it, boil it, however you fix it, prepare it. And that's all you need for this dish, along with your, if it should dry out, you can use chicken or beef broth. And then your seasonings, like your Creole seasonings, salt, pepper, things like that. And then I have some more green onions here, because in the end I'm going to cut up some more and put it in, and also parsley flakes, parsley to go in this as well. I have some but it's in the freezer. I'm going to leave it there until I get ready to use it. So now I have to cut all this up. So and I'll come back and show you. Bye. Okay, so here I'm going to put my fire on. I have about a tablespoon and a half of margarine. I don't use margarine, but for my potatoes, my grits, because I don't like butter in my grits, and when I saute my vegetables. Here are the 3 onions I'm going to add to that. It's my 3 onions. Here are the 2 bell peppers. Green onion. Is this too much? Some people will say that's too much seasoning, but for me, the more seasoning, you don't want to over season, but you're going to have 7 cups of rice, then you're going to cook it. You want it to be flavorful, and this just adds to the flavor. And plus, you're going to cook this down. You're going to add salt and pepper to it. You're going to season it in layers, and there is a difference in this when you actually put salt and pepper in it, before you actually add it to the other dishes. I don't like it look like that. Take that out of there. Okay. And here's the garlic. Now that is not a lot of garlic, and it's you want garlic for flavor, but what you have to be careful about with garlic is it will make this spoil if you just have too much of it. And it's early. The funeral don't start till 11:30, so we probably won't be eating till 1 something. So I want to kind of be careful with this. Okay, my parsley is here frozen in the freezer bag. I'm just going to take some out of here and put it in there. And the reason why I freeze it, I don't use this all the time. I use it dry a lot, but if you don't put it in the freezer, it don't keep long. So I freeze it. Here is some salt, and not a whole lot, and pepper, and that's all for now. We're going to let this cook down, and then we're going to add the other items, some of the other things to it. I'll be back when I get ready to add the other things to it. Okay? Okay, so it has been cooking, sauteing, and so at this point, I'm going to add the dressing mix, and this is what it looks like. Just going to add that to it, and I try to scrape out everything. Still slightly frozen. They found it in the frozen section. split this down the side. I'm just going to pull that out. Try to get as much of it out as I can. Well, it's on the inside anyway. I don't want that on the outside. Here's my other one. And so my ratio is for every package of the dressing mix, I want to have a pound of sausage. Some people use ground beef. I think ground beef flavor, I just prefer the sausage. You could try with the ground beef, because of course the ground beef would be cheaper. But this is just my preference, the sausage. Again, I've used the Tennessee Pride. I've used the Owens. I haven't tried it with Jimmy Dean because I don't really like Jimmy Dean. I guess it's too much. To me, it's a lot of sage in a Jimmy Dean. Wash my hands. I'm also in there cutting up potatoes for the potato salad. Sorry about y'all. That's my dryer. Okay. Now you don't want your meat to be like meatballs, so you have to go in and kind of smash it up like as it cooks. You want to go, and the reason I'm doing it now, as it cooks, it forms like a patty. So I want to go ahead and try and smash it down there. Okay, and so we're going to just let this cook. After this come together, I'll come back and then season it. And I'm boiling my rice. Now, for dirty rice, I recommend that you use a parboiled rice like Zatarain's, Uncle Ben's or something, because the other rice has a tendency, well, for me, to get gummy. All I use is parboiled rice, so I don't, that's just my preference. If you're on a budget, you can get a 25-pound cube of rice at Sam's. It used to be $9 something, now it's $10 and something, but it's a 25-pound cube. What I do with that rice is, well, all my rice though, I kind of wash it first before I boil it, and then again afterwards. Okay. Again, I'm probably gonna have to add chicken broth since it's so much. Usually if I just do one, like a home serving, I'll do like 2.5 cups of rice, and then the liquor that comes from here is normally enough, to keep it moist, because you don't want no dry with that rice. But again, if it's not right, I have some chicken broth and I have some beef bouillon cubes, either or, that I can put in there, or both. But that's why you have to be careful with adding your salt. Anything salted to dishes like this, anytime you're using those bouillon cubes. So we're just going to let this cook. Alright y'all, so look, it's been cooking for a while. Now I'm going to add some seasonings to it. It's Tony's. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Black pepper. Some accent. And see, by me stirring it up while it was in a whole roll, I don't have all those big chunks. So we're going to continue to let this cook. It cooks down to the consistency like of a gravy. It'll be finished. It's not finished yet. Okay, so here is what it looks like finished. And we're going to add this to our 7 cups of rice. And I'm going to bring you over and show you. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, so come over and add this mixture to that. Get all your seasonings and stuff out of there. And I'm going to leave this pot over here. Because if I need to, I'll take some chicken broth and get all of it out the bottom that's left. Now some people will add like a darkening, like kitchen bouquet or something, because they like it dark. I just like it the color it is. I don't add any kitchen bouquet or anything to mine. And it's not dried out. It has some liquid in here. See the liquid? So, but what we need to do is we're going to put this in the oven because we want the flavor to mix. And I don't add hot sauce or anything to mine. I just put now if it would be for my family, I do cayenne pepper, but since I'm taking it out for the house, I don't put cayenne pepper. I just use black pepper. And I mean, this is dark enough for me. If we say dirty rice, mine don't have to be. Now I add some parsley to it. I mean some paprika. That'll give it a little color. So to this, we're going to add all the items that we added before to the next layer. Onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, which I'm just about out. That's all I need anyway. And I'm going to have to use kosher salt because I don't have any, just a little of it. And we can find the paprika. I'm going to add some of that to it. And then we're just going to put this in the oven. I mean, it really could cook on top of the stove, but I don't actually have a, well, I have a pot big enough. But honestly, when I cook this much food in that pot, it sticks. So, let me get my paprika. Parsley in it, but I'm going to also add some dried parsley flakes to it. I mean, it's dark enough for me, y'all. And a pan like this will feed about 40 to 50 people, depending on how much you give them. But if you're going to have 2 sides, I would say it'll feed 40. If you're going to have 3 sides, it will feed 50 because you're not going to give them as much. Usually when we do dirty rice, we have potato salad, baked beans or green beans or something like that with it. So I think my cousin said they're going to have baked beans and green beans. and the potato salad. So, preparing to feed 200. Like I said, this will be about 40. I'm gonna take a little bit out for us to have for the night for dinner. Just because when I come back, I'm not gonna want to cook anything else. Now, if you're on a budget, you could actually make some more rice to go with this. But once you start to add more rice, you're gonna take some of the flavor away. That's why this is the consistency I like mine. Just like this. So, 2 pounds of Savoie's dressing mix, 2 pounds of your rolled pan sausage, whichever you prefer. Owens and Bar Brian Pampered are the best in my opinion. And your 7 cups of rice. If I need to, I'll add chicken broth, but like I told you, this is not dried out. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You have an event at your house, this is something quick you can make. A lot of the things you're going to use in this dish you already have at the house. Everybody eat rice. Unless you're on a keto diet, you just don't have any in the house. I've never tried it with brown rice, but I imagine if you like brown rice, it should be good. But this is what it looks like. Enjoy your day.